Hi guys, welcome to my Flosstube channel. My name is Sarah and this is the Rocking Chair Stitcher. I wanted to show you a really quick video to show you a sampler pattern that is now up in my Etsy shop. This is called Martha's Sampler. So I have just started and I decided that I was going to release this before finishing stitching because I am not the original stitcher. Josh's grandma stitched a sampler back in the 1940s when she lived in Holland as a teenager, and so as a project for school she had to show the different stitches that she could do. So this would have ranged in many different kinds of stitches outside of cross stitching, although there is cross stitching mixed in her original. I do not have that range of stitching skills for all the specialty stitches at this point, but I wanted to bring this pattern, one, so I could stitch it and have a copy of it in my house, but also I thought some of you guys might really enjoy stitching it too. So I have spent a lot of hours looking at the tiny details of some photos that my mother-in-law sent me of the original, which is now framed and living in her home. And I have converted it to a cross stitch pattern. So there won't be any of the specialty stitches. It will just consist of regular cross stitches as well as some back stitching, but I've tried to keep the back stitching decently minimal. It depends on whether you like it or not, how minimal you think it is. So I have designed it in as close of a color match to the original pattern as I could. So here are the colors here, getting all discombobulated. So there's some really beautiful vibrant colors in this pattern. I have also mocked up a version of the pattern in a monochromatic format. So once you purchase it in my Etsy shop, you'll get the version with all of the different colors. And then there'll also be a pattern that's all one color. So what you'll notice is the pattern is slightly tweaked in that version because it's like kind of like the negative, so that you see the space where there would be other colors to separate it. So it's slightly different around the tree and the house and that kind of thing, but it's as close as I could get in doing a monochromatic situation. So I really thought it might be really beautiful to be stitched in like the Dutch blue, seeing as that's where she lived at the time when she stitched it. But I really did want to make the copy of it that I was stitching for our home so Josh could enjoy seeing it more. I really did think that I should stick with the original colors. But I'm really hopeful that somebody will buy the pattern and want to stitch it in a monochromatic way because I think it will be so cool as well. So you'll get the pattern. I will also include a pattern keeper friendly version. I've just learned how to do that with my patterns, so that will be included in there as well. So you'll get the one in color, you'll get the one that's just monochromatic, and you can choose what color you want to do. I would love to see a variety. I would love to see maybe a Dutch kind of that Delft blue. But anyway, the stage is yours, how you want to use the pattern. The pattern I've kept pretty true to the original. There are a few small tweaks. There's a few small things that aren't perfectly symmetrical, or there was a missing stitch where you knew there probably should have been one, how the pattern was repeating in some of the bands. But I thought that showed really true to a real stitcher and a real sampler, so I kept it as close to grandma's as possible. I have made a few small tweaks around the image with the horse, but yeah, it is very, very close to the original, and I hope you will also enjoy just really taking in that photo of the original as much as I did. So I would love to have you join me doing a stitch along. I'm not putting a timeline on it. I've already started this week, so I'm hoping to get this video up today or tomorrow sometime. When you see it, it's up and the pattern will be live in my Etsy shop. I'm gonna put a link in my what is it called, the doodly-doo down below of the video, this description box, to my Etsy shop if you want to go purchase the pattern. And I'm stitching it on an 18 count. I don't remember what the fabric is. It came from Michael's, and I actually got it for another pattern that I didn't end up liking it with, so I didn't use it. And this has turned out to be really perfect. Yeah, I think that's about all the details. It is a historical piece. At this point, it's 70. No, not 70. 78 years old, I think. Yeah, 1946 it was completed, so I'm not sure what year she started it. So it's in the 70, almost 80 year range. So I have had a couple of pairs of eyes look at it just to make sure that all the imagery is okay to be shared. Yeah, I hope you will enjoy stitching it as much as I have already in the beginning. And I would love to see your progress. If you want to tag me on Instagram, you could use the hashtag Martha's Sampler. I don't know if that's been used, actually. I should check that. But if you want to use that hashtag, but really with everything, everybody knows how hashtags aren't working great. So if you want to tag me on Instagram, I would love to see your progress, and I'll share it to my stories and we can all share together. But yeah, I hope you will enjoy stitching it, and hope you have a good rest of your day watching Flosstube, and I'll see you guys later.